So this is the Luminkey 60 LX, a $140 multi-mount, aesthetically pleasing offering designed by Bowl Keyboards to round out Luminkeys' current lineup. Off the bat, aesthetically I would say it's pretty sleek. I do like this 3/4 profile where it has that arc similar to Ori Club boards for the side profile and the lip for the weight peeking through on both sides. Up on top, there's another swappable accent badge that matches the weight accent, and other than that, it's pretty neat. I like the corner feet choice, the slightly chunkier bottom chin, everything's nicely rounded, and while I'm not the biggest fan of the weight design, overall I would say it's a pretty inoffensive looking keyboard. Build-wise, you do have the option of using either O-ring or dumbbell gasket mounting. I was only sent the dumbbell gaskets, and the PP plate I have isn't cut correctly for said gaskets, so I'm just going to be using the alu plate. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward build process, just make sure you're following the sheet, and sounding like a broken record here, I'm still not a fan of ribbon cables. It's okay here because it's long enough, but just not a fan of them overall. And I'm going to top the board off with GMK Cafe before we get some baseline sound tests. Acoustically, it's a little quiet with only the dumbbell gaskets and alu plate. The overall tonality of the board is kind of muted and definitely on the lower end of the sound spectrum. It's not quite my taste, but I am cutting the board some slack since I would imagine the O-ring mount would help to lift the overall sound profile quite a bit. But yeah, I would probably recommend a slightly softer plate and a fuller sounding switch to pair along with it. It also comes with foam if that's the route you want to take as well. Feel-wise, there's not too much to note. The alu plate is, as you can imagine, stiff, but there's an ever so slight amount of give with the Leastman cutouts on the plate. So, overall, I'd have to say for the starting price point of $140 before shipping and taxes, and maybe like $250 after switches, keycaps, and the such, it's a decent choice price to value wise. I think it's maybe a few bucks cheaper than the QK 60 V2 and maybe a couple bucks more than the Bakken Echo 60. I apologize, I'm not too in touch with the 60s market as I used to be, but nevertheless, the LX looks solid on my desk, sounds okay, and it's not too hard on your wallet. Personally, sound aside, it's not for me as I need arrow keys for my day-to-day, but maybe if you're in the market for a new 60%, potentially want to take a look at. If you want to learn more about this board, I'll have all the links down below. If you want to see more of my stuff, you can click on either side of my face. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. Take care, have a good one. I'll see y'all soon, maybe, whenever I decide to upload next. Yeah, I'll take it from there.